Welcome to Comet Computer Private Limited, e-learning program of ticketing tool for L1 IT support. So we are discussing about Jira service management. So we have discussed about the incident management, what is incident management and what is a major incident management, what are the different modules available using the Jira tool. So in the part 2, we'll proceed with request fulfillment management and other ticket creation in the Jira service management tool. So about the request management, so apart from the incident management, we have request fulfillment, right? So a user is wanting a software, wanting a hardware. So they wanted to have some configuration to be enabled. They'll not have admin rights to the desktop or laptop. So they'll raise a request for it. So it will be reaching the service desk team or L1 team. They'll process the request, and sometimes if it is required to get a manager approval, they'll request for the approval, and they'll try to get it, and they'll process the requirement. So service desk takes care of handling this kind of requirement from the end users, and they'll ensure that everything is under the SLA and they'll be able to complete it. So they'll be able to have some kind of automation instead of waiting for user to provide all the information. There will be some standard forms provided in the ticket. So once I'm saying that I'm not able to take a printout in the printer, there will be standard questions. What is the printer name? What is the printer IP address? Or what is the printer location? Building number, floor number, all those information. So based on that, it will get populated the requirement. So I need not uh, keep searching for the particular detail, right? So I can directly populate it from the known informations. So that kind of forms can be generated, and users just to do a click, single click or multiple clicks, they'll be able to create a ticket. Next is request queues. So bring together requests from email, chat tools, service desk, and other channels. There are multiple channels to get the tickets into the system, right? Through phone, through web portal, through chat. We have chat bots. So through that also we can create tickets. So once I chat with the virtual analyst, I will say internet is not working or printer is not working. Immediately that comment will be captured, and it will be created as a ticket, and somebody will start calling me for fixing the issues. So that is how we go for automating the requirements. So configure the queues to track, triage, and assign incoming requests. There will be some dashboard published. Anybody coming into the floor, they can see the dashboard and get some clarity. How many tickets are created today, and how many is closed, how many is pending, and what is the next step. So all those things will be mentioned clearly in the screen, big screen. So they'll have single view of a dashboard, and that also helps in reducing the requirement as well as ensuring the quick resolution. By seeing that itself, everybody will know whether it is pending for long time, pending for a short time, and whether it is resolved or not. Everything will be available in the dashboard. And use the bulk ticket option. Suppose for same requirement, people are raising the ticket, like I want MS Office, so hundreds of people are creating the ticket. We can use the automation for processing the request. So anyway, for installing the software, we are going to use SCCM technology. But for the other hardware parts, what I'm saying is you have to group it based on the requirement, and you can do the bulk closure instead of closing the tickets one by one. So you can close the tickets as a bulk if it is a common requirement. So they want MS Office for hundreds of users. I'll just feed in the data, and in the ticketing system, I'll say these are all the 100 ticket numbers. So immediately it will map it with the main ticket, and it will close the ticket once the issue is resolved or once the requirement is met. So this is managing the queues in an efficient way. Self-service. So some of the freeware softwares are available. So what management can do is we can provide necessary privileges to the end users. so that they can install the freewares from the network. So if it is freeware, they should be given permission or approval to install it directly. Sometime like there'll be common repository available. They can go to the repository and download the software. Maybe it is downloaded already and kept it in the common place. They can go and install it. Otherwise, if they even if they raise a request, it will not ask for any approval from the manager and all. It will get automatically installed. So these are all the self-service. So user need not come to us for anything, and through SSCM and other automation methods, the requirement will get fulfilled. So that is called self-help. So this is applicable only for freewares and customized software, organization-based softwares, not for all the softwares, right? Because Microsoft will be tracking the license for MS Office. They'll be tracking the license for MS Project. Okay, so these are all not freewares. So we are specific about freewares. Okay, this helps to reduce the wait time. So user need not raise a request. Suppose they wanted free WinZip software, so they have to raise a request, wait for 2 days, and then only they'll get the software because it will take more time for them to process it. So if I give them the self-help option, if they want, they will install. Something like in my home, I have a PC. I want anything, I'll just go and download it, and I can install it. So that is how self-service is provisioned for the end users. SLA, service level agreement. So each request is processed under a specific SLA. It means that P1, P2, P3, P4, you will have 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, and 24 hours of SLA. So once the ticket is created within those time frame, the ticket has to be fulfilled. If you are not able to close it, suppose you have a P1 SLA of 2 hours and you are not able to close the P1 ticket, still the issue is going on, then we'll say SLA is violated because we are not able to close within 2 hours of time. So we'll keep the customer informed about it, and our own company's management should be informed because some companies are having a penalty clause, and some companies will say if you are breaching consecutively for 2 months or 3 months, then I'll go for a penalty clause. Otherwise, okay. So some customers will not worry about the breaches 1%, 2%, and also they will be saying okay for it. So some customers will ask for penalty. So either way, we have to be ready with that, and we need to ensure that all the tickets are met with the requirement and it is getting completed because the SLA time is coming closer. We cannot say I'll close the ticket and I'll process it manually. So that is a other kind of manipulation or violation of policy. So we'll have to ensure within the ticket time frame we are able to close the ticket itself. So that is how the SLA part is defined with the customer. Reports and metrics. So always taking reports is trying to help and improve the services of organization. And wherever there is a gap, we can start working on addressing the gaps and improve the services, customer satisfaction. So these reports are very common, and we can pull the data from the ticketing tool. If at all you have a template, then directly you can put the data into the template and get the graphs and other pictures. We have a tool called Tableau. So if I put that Excel sheet into the Tableau, it will give me all the details in a graph manner so that I can just take the data and put it in the presentation, share it with the customer. Or sometimes no, we are giving live demo, live presentation with the customer using Tableau. So they won't go for PPTs. So likewise, we have a lot of automations available in the reports and metrics side. But anyway, we have to ensure that we are publishing the data on daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis to the customer. This is one of the ask from the customer also. Asset management is very important activity. We need to have the details about end-to-end life cycle of the asset, like from procurement and till the end of e-waste. So we should be tracking that asset life cycle. So it will be marked in the tool itself so that whenever there is a change happened, the tool will be notified and we can pull the report anytime and they'll be able to get the details about it. So that is the asset management. We can do a tracking and discovery also, it is possible. Suppose you have thousands of systems connected in a network and available. So we can pull the details about the system through this ticketing tool. That is asset discovery. Asset reviews, we can verify the system details and what is the asset available, whether it is 4 GB or 8 GB RAM, whatever it is, we can do it. All this verification, we can do it via this tool. And importers and integration, suppose we have different tool available earlier, it can get migrated to a new tool. So we can import the data, or we can also do migrations, so that we can get the data from older tool to the new tool without much pain. So suppose I'm using a service now, and I wanted to go with remedy tool now. So I can import the data from ServiceNow and upload it to common format is available now. Upload it to the whichever tool you wanted to deploy. So that is an example. So now what we'll do is we'll see the demo how to create ticket in Jira. So as I mentioned, there are two different ways. One is they will provide the software. You have to install the software in different servers as a front end and back end, all those default setup will be there. And then we can configure the tool, and we can work on the ITIL framework. That takes more time, and management of those servers is also difficult, right? Because we need to have same kind of server setup available in the on-premises. So once we move to the cloud, uh, it will be very easy for us. The expansion is easy. The lifetime also it is extended, and we need not worry about the backup and other data, so we can just monitor it for our own requirement. So that is the cloud-based environment. Now what we are seeing is the cloud. How I am saying is that you can see the URL cometcompuserve.atlassian.net. So I have already subscribed with Atlassian Jira management, so that I'm getting a review for 30 plus days. So others also for testing purpose, you can also deploy it. They are giving it as a free because they wanted companies to come forward and use the demo software and get the benefit out of it. Once you know which is a major requirement and whether it is getting fulfilled or not, then you can go for buying this software. So we'll just give recommendations to them. The decision is from the management whether they are buying it or not. Anyway, we'll move on with ticket creation. So once you open the URL, I have already created a project called CCPL ITSM. Okay, so it is Comet CompuServe Private Limited. So now we are creating a new request, opening a drop down, typing the ticket. So we can give a description whatever we wanted. Um, Based on that, we'll be able to get it. Component. So printer is not working. Printer is a component. I'm just mentioning it. And we can give the description also. So we should have proper description. So printer is not working. We are getting the clarity like what is the building number, what is the floor being. So sometimes the user will be willing to give a lot of data about the issue, but sometimes they will blindly say printer is not working. So the ticket description is very simple. Printer is not working. It means definitely it has to go to the printer team. Otherwise, going to some other team, network team or server team, whatever different teams should not be there. So it has to directly go to the printer team. So now the ticket is created. I'm just checking under our project incidents. We are creating another ticket. So this demo is for creating multiple tickets. So now Instead of directly clicking on it, I'm clicking another tab and selecting system incident. We can have other one also. So now what we will do, internet is not working. For internet, we should choose the network related component. I'm not getting more details, so just selecting the office network. So I'm giving more details about the ticket. I could see CIP 5, the ticket is created. So normally organizations will have the format like INC. Okay, so that is being the format most of the organizations uses. Here we are using different parameters, CIP. Okay, so another incident. So we are creating incident from different places. Okay, so just giving you an idea how to create an incident. Now it is a Wi-Fi account. Normally, for client visit to our organizations, they may not have internet available in the mobile phones. So what we used to do is we'll provide them the Wi-Fi network access so that they can use the Wi-Fi access and get the access to the network. So now somebody is complaining that it is not working. So we'll have to solve the problem. So normally in the organizations, if there is any client visits, the client will have his own mobile and other network setup, but um, if they don't have, then there is a dependency that they will work with our wireless connections and enable the setup. So if ID need to be created for guest Wi-Fi, then please go ahead and create the ID. CIP 6. Normally incidents will be having the numbers like INC 2502, something like that. INC is the incident. Now this tool is using the term like CIP. So there are various number of tools available. And here we are seeing other incidents created for this requirement. So another ticket. So just trying to create additional tickets so that we'll have better clarity on ticket creation process. I'm taking an example of VPN is not working. So it'll directly assign to the networking team or the firewall team if there is a different segregation available between them. Some companies will have networking and firewall team in the same queue, but always we recommend to have a separate queue so that network team need not worry about the firewall tickets assigned to the ticket queue, um, and unnecessarily they have to move the ticket to the firewall team. So creates a necessary unnecessary ops and time delays there. So once we know what is required, we can transfer the ticket directly to the specific tower, network team or security team. So other organizations, everything will be handled by a group of people. So take an example of a smaller organization, they'll have one person taking care of network, uh, server, and other backup also. Here it is going to the network team. We are getting the message. My laptop is formatted for some voice related issues. Voice is expired, Windows 7 to Windows 10 we have completed, or we are getting some different issue. So I'm just mentioning it here. So now you create, correct. So ticket is created. So with this, we are coming to the conclusion of Jira Service Management. So in this demo, you have seen about how to create the ticket, how to work with the Jira, and this is shown for cloud-based setup. Same thing is for on-premises also. So only thing is you have to install the server software for the requirement. Otherwise, we are going to use the same thing. So hope you are clear about Jira tool and how to create the tickets in Jira. Thank you very much.